Hello peeps, I am Tidbit, and this video showcase is of Wingtail, also known as Tails. This is from the Sonic crossover pack, and this is why I didn't get it for Sonic, I got it for Tails, my favorite. One of my favorites. And they turn into, the tornado. It's so cool, and it's very interesting how they put a little robot in here, which the only things I can notice are the hands here. Kind of unavoidable, but we can do a kind of mini transformation for this. We can strip it for parts. So, first, you can take this off, and you can take the wings off. Just go over here, disconnect the wing by going down because it's got these little teeth. And then you can just put that up there. You do the same on the other side to complete the look. And you can even take off these little back wings. But by the way they are shaped, they can only go in one side. So we'll just leave those there to keep track of which side is which. But then it turns into this really, really, really sleek propeller plane. And it just sits so pretty like that with all its droppables dropped. So let's just put everything back and show you how to transform this. Except we'll do a tiny, tiny little twist. We're only going to put one of the wings back on because I want to show you how difficult everything gets when you have a wing on. Because you can just immediately take it off and not deal with it for the rest of the transformation and just put it on at the very end. But for transformation, what you are going to want to do is open up the tail fin, like so. It's really difficult to get in there. If you have long nails, it's going to be hectic, and that's why I've lost one. We'll get to the part that killed this. But next, what you do is you take this whole back area and you bend it. And then rotate these up and away. So that way you have clearance to open up this platform and rotate them around. Rotate the platform and extend the leg. And then, with this all bent out and backwards, rotate the waist. And boom! Tails can join Sonic in just being a pair of legs. Next, what you are going to want to do is take the propeller engine and disconnect it from this peg and the peg on the other side. Then, if you don't have the wings, you can just very easily take it out, move it out of the way. With the wings, what I've found the best is to, as you're pulling it, to rotate it. So that way the wing doesn't run into anything. Then, once you have this large cavity, just fill it in with the propeller. Then, once you do that, you're able to flip up this panel and rotate the cockpit windshield all the way around and tab it in at the top. Then, you can freely move these wings around. You can move them completely out of the side, so that way it doesn't run into this large wing. Then, what you are going to want to do is get these hands off of these large, thick pegs. Then, just take the wing and slightly rotate it down, so that way you can rotate at this point to go up and connect it in. And we'll do the same on the other side. This is the thing that killed this nail, because this is so tough, I'm not even going to risk it like the other recordings, and I'm just immediately going to grab the tool now, go in between, and just try and leverage this out. How does this get tighter every recording? Okay, there we go. This one, so tough. Why do you do this, Tails? All right, and then for this wing, we'll just take it, rotate this piece preemptively, and just stick it into the slots. And boom. And finally, open up the propeller and retrieve the head. Close it up, and boom! We have Tails, or Wingtail, as this one is, because it's never actually the character, it's just a transformer that is the vehicle for a character. Now, you're probably wondering, why didn't I do anything back here? Isn't there a part of the instructions that tell you to work on this? I like having it longer, so that way you can get more posable with them, instead of them being all squunched up in there. So let's take the wings, and we can give Tails their little missile as a blaster. We can even take this little effect, it goes in standard port sizes, and I like to use it as a little knife for repairing things. Repairing things that talk too much. But yeah, here's Tails, and they are really interesting. And if you want to get more posable about them, I've found you can take the wings and just disconnect them from there and just line them up with wherever the arm is, and it works pretty well. And it gives a very interesting silhouette to it. So yeah, the best way to have fun with Tails is to ignore a lot of the instructions. So that kind of makes sense with how creative Tails is. And speaking of creativity, we have a fan mode for them. So, first, what we are going to want to do is just preemptively put these back together. Then, we're going to take the wings, and we're going to separate them at this really neat little non-standard sized peg. See? Doesn't go in a hand. But it is interchangeable with the other wing. Once we get it off, we take it, separate, and put these with these. And then once you put them on, put them at an angle like so. Kind of like a 45-degree angle. Do that on both sides. There we are. Now, let's get into the actual transforming. What you're going to want to do is just put away the head. Next, we are going to take these wings and collapse them like so. And the orientation we're going to be dealing with is this. It's all going to make sense, trust me. Take the arms and straighten them out like so, and then take the hinge that they go on and bend it out. You can do it like normal, but I like doing this, because then it just gives a bit more space around the engine. Next, take the arms and rotate them like this way. We're doing this live-ish because this is complicated. So you have them with their holes facing down, and you put in the wings like so. Flip up the landing gear. Do it on the other side. And if they get out of line, just remember that these arms go out 45 degrees, and then these wings also go out 45 degrees. So they give this straight back. Then, take where the tails are, and bend it at a 90-degree angle at this part. Then, rotate these slightly off, and bring it down as far as you can, and just adjust until these ends of the tail line up with the front of the wings. And we are almost done. Take the waist, spin it around. Oh, wait, no, you're not supposed to spin the waist around. Whoopsie. Take the legs, spin them like so. Bring them down. And connect the feet. Like this. Once you have them connected, slowly bring them closer to the body, but not too close. The best way to do it is in this frame. You cannot have the white toes touching the red propeller. And then take the rocket, put it onto the feet, and boom. Here we have what I would call a water vehicle. It looks like it's able to use its little propeller to get around. It's got these large wings to cut through the water, because this is underwater, and people fit in there. Headmasters don't fit in there, but something will. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Like it, comment your thoughts, check out the playlist for previous showcases, and subscribe to be notified when new ones come out. Bye-bye!